The legal fight over the possible removal of Corpus Christi's mayor continues to build. Today, an injunction hearing with attorneys for Mayor Paulette Guajardo and the city making their cases in court. It follows a federal judge's decision to grant a temporary restraining order siding with the mayor and blocking certain actions by the city. Now, Natalia Osuna has been covering this story, well, since the petition to remove the mayor was first discussed at City Council, and she's here now to break down key points from today's hearing. Natalia?
Mike, a big question that some have raised is whether or not City Council members violated the temporary restraining order at last night's City Council meeting when the council voted 5-2 to set a pretrial hearing date, and that's the first step towards impeachment proceedings. That still remains in question, but today, Federal Judge George C. Hanks, Jr. Did indicate that Mayor Guajardo's case may be premature. Now, yesterday, Judge Hanks issued a temporary restraining order. Today, he heard arguments on whether he should issue a preliminary injunction temporarily blocking removal of the mayor. The hearing was held on Zoom. Judge Hanks asked two main questions: why the political aspect isn't a question, and where's the understanding of procedural due process? Regarding the political question, Guajardo's lawyer John Flood said they believe it should be left to the voters in November's election. In a statement to 3 News, Flood wrote, quote, "This impeachment process is improper and conflicted, and we are grateful for Judge Hanks' order restraining the city from an unconstitutional removal and his consideration of the issues." Now, meanwhile, Hal George, the attorney hired by the city, insists that the process is still in the early stages, saying there's no reason for a preliminary injunction. George said, quote, "It's at this pretrial hearing where we'll see whether the suspicions of the plaintiff are valid." He went on to say, quote, "The city is not the proponent to remove her. That comes from a petition from 5 citizens. The city does not have a position at this point." Mr. George declined to comment on camera as litigation is still ongoing. I spoke with the 2 council members who attended the hearing. Councilman Roland Barrera voted against moving forward with the petition. He says the process is not premature.
It's already started, and I think that at the time that a decision was made to move forward with articles that are obviously have all been proven false. And so I think at that point, there's clear bias on the individuals, myself included, that there's clear bias on what the outcome is going to be.
Meanwhile, Councilman Gil Hernandez voted for moving forward with the petition.
The charter has a provision that you can suspend the offending council member for a period of 30 days prior to the trial or hearing. However, because the charges or allegations are not ours, we had never actually really considered that. And it doesn't make any sense.
Now, Judge Hanks ordered both parties to meet and try to reach agreements. Otherwise, he will make a ruling before the temporary restraining order expires on April 27th. Mike, back to you.